guys, so I'm back today with a new video. So this one's going to be about Vinted. My experiences, good and bad, with Vinted. Now, I absolutely love finding a bargain on there, and honestly, I've started selling on there as well, like some, you know, old pops that I no longer want in my collection, or like Disney bits that I no longer want and things like that. So I've had good and bad experiences as a seller and as a buyer. So I'm going to show you some bad experiences. Now, I do tend to buy a lot of pops off Vinted, especially like the more rare ones that you struggle to find anywhere else. So I bought this Edward Scissorhands one. Now, it was £8 because she said the box had a rip in it. So I obviously looked at the photos and whatever, I could see the rip, but I thought that's fine. £8 as well is a bargain. So bearing in mind with Vinted, if you've never used it before, you have to pay the price that the seller has. So she had £8. Then you pay a buyer's protection fee on top of that, and then the postage on top of that as well. So this is how my Edward Scissorhands pop arrived. I kid you not. Now, the person didn't wrap it up in bubble wrap or nothing. It was just, well, it's shocking, honestly. There's all water stains on the top of it. It's just, yeah, it was just diabolical. Now, I contacted Vinted about this, and it is gone. She said, what did you, she was quite rude actually, but she said it had a rip in already, whatever, but I put it through now as the carrier damaged it, because obviously the carrier has done some of this damage, but we gotta wait the outcome for that. So that's that, but look at the state of that. And I've had then really, really good experiences with Vinted. So this Little Mermaid one, I paid £2.50 for. The box is slightly damaged, but I knew that because the person showed photos of every single thing, showed all the damage and whatever, and it arrived packaged well. So that was fine. And £2.50, that's minus all the delivery and the fees and whatever. You don't actually mind. So that's another one I got from Vinted. These arrived today. So these were the 3 bundles. So I got Lua Timon. There. We got Pumbaa. So these were £7. And then she had Mufasa for £3. So I bought all 3 off the same seller. And she was so lovely. What had happened, because I'd asked for the bundle, she'd accidentally put sold to me. She didn't like send me okay. So she contacted me a couple of days later and she said, oh, I'm waiting for Vinted to send me the labels. I can't send it out otherwise. And I explained to her that I hadn't actually had any money taken off me. And I explained what I think she'd done. And she had done that, but she was willing to send them out without having the labels and whatever. So you shouldn't really do that. I said, you know, because obviously if you haven't got the labels, it means the person haven't paid. And then she would have been out of pocket. So she was grateful that I told her. But there's no point in, you know, trying to scam someone. It's not fair. We're all on there just trying to earn a little bit of extra money selling our stuff that we no longer want, you know, to buy new things. So yeah, so I helped her with that. And some of the boxes are damaged, but I knew about that. So for £10 for them 3, you can't go wrong. Then I got this one on Vinted. So this is Pumpkin King from Nightmare Before Christmas. This one was £7 on Vinted, and it's immaculate. On eBay, you're looking at about £15 to £18. So yeah, got him. Then I picked up Esmeralda. Now, I don't know if you could see behind me, I actually have the Loungefly Esmeralda bag. It's the cosplay one, so it's just of her dress and the tambourine is the purse. So I wanted this to go on my shelf with next to, she's coming out of the box, next to my bag. So I got Esmeralda. It's from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I absolutely loved this film as a kid. Then my bargain. So definitely think this was a bargain. This is Cinderella's carriage. It's called Pop Rides. Now, it's quite a decent size one. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting. So hopefully you can see that. This was £15. I could not believe it. So I had to get that because it's just absolutely stunning. So I got that. And again, all good experiences with these sellers. Another thing as well I've noticed on Vinted, that sometimes it tells you the area, like so say for instance Cardiff, Newport, things like that. It tells you what area they're from. And I contact people who are selling stuff sometimes and I say, oh, any chance I can come and buy the item, like pick it up and pay you, save having to pay delivery fees. And some people are okay with that. And I've done that with, I've got Beetlejuice, Coraline ones. It was someone who actually lived around the corner from me and she was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Another few things I got off Vinted were these ones. So you got Edward Cullen. If you didn't know, I'm a huge Twilight fan, Team Edward. These are out of the box, and I did pay £12 for these, for the 2 of them, which I don't think is too bad, but she had them down as immaculate, and they weren't immaculate. So she gave me £2 refund, and yeah, so you got Jane, and you got Team Edward Cullen. So they go on my shelf nicely by there. The next bargain I've got from Vinted as well is this one. Now this is a huge pop. So this is Disney 100 movie posters. So this is Fantasia. Now it's not my favourite film. I can't actually stand the film Fantasia. I really dislike it. I never liked it as a kid. I don't like it, but I love this. So these are normally £50 each. I got this for 27. The woman had said it had some damage here, so some of the holographic was missing, but that's not down to her, that's actually down to manufacturers, because I've actually seen different ones in HMV where the holographic's missing as well. So you've got that, and they come in a film wrap, they do normally, and the one on this one was teared, but that was fine. I just ripped it off and it was fine. You know, I didn't want the film cover on it anyway, but these can actually hang on the wall. So let me see if I can show you. So you actually have a nice size Mickey Mouse and the broom with the buckets. So yeah, and it's the Disney 100 box as well. Absolutely love it. So that's my other bargain from Vinted. So with regards to selling on Vinted, I've had good and bad experience. If you want to see my Vinted shop, it's not a shop, is it? What is it called? Like your seller name. If you want my username for Vinted, let me know. I'll give it to you in the comments below. But I love selling on Vinted. Like Owen, my son, he don't collect pop vinyls anymore, so he wanted me to sell them all. So I have put them all on Vinted, and I've put ones that I no longer want. And I've had really good experiences. Like, most people are so brilliant. I wrap up pop vinyls in bubble wrap, and I put them in a box, because I'm not putting them in a one of them plastic bags, because they'll just get crushed. But I have had someone, I sent 2 pop vinyls, 2 of Owen's as well. It was a Deadpool one and it was a Harry Potter one. And I sent it to her, and she said that it arrived ripped, like the box was ripped. Now I sent her the photos of it, I showed her how I packaged it, sent her the photos beforehand, because I take a photo from every angle of the pop vinyl so you can see. And Vinted just didn't give me the option to have my items back. They just give her a refund and she got to keep the items, which I thought was a bit rude, because, you know, I've lost out, well, not me, Owen's lost out on the money for his pop vinyls and the actual pop vinyls, so that was a bit annoying. But apart from that, most people are really nice, especially if you wrap their items really well. And, you know, sometimes I'll add a little note saying thank you, especially because I've sold some lounge flies on Vinted, ones that I no longer wanted. And I've had really positive feedback, and I just think it's nice. But you can really find good bargains on this. So I definitely recommend it. Just be careful. And obviously, another thing, don't choose Royal Mail as a postage. Go for something else, because all the packaging, so say for instance you chose Every or Yodel, they actually get a generated label to them then, which is all tracked, whereas Royal Mail is not actually tracked. So you don't have no tracking for it, so there's no confirmation that the item is being delivered to you or you've received it or anything like that. But yeah, that's my experience with Vinted. Let me know if you ever shop on there. It is good. You do get some bargains, and I am looking at some clothes on there now to see which clothes I can get myself, because it's so much cheaper than even supermarket clothes. So, but I hope you're all okay, and enjoy your Easter, guys. Take care. Bye.